Hey you, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about how I transitioned from eating McDonald's every day to eating healthy now and actually enjoying it and not hating my life and craving healthy food. So if you're interested in that and that's something that you want to do, then go ahead and keep on watching. So let me just tell you a little bit of my past before I started the whole healthy lifestyle thing. I was a junk food lover. I ate all the burgers, all the hot dogs, all the chips, all the brownies, all the cake, all the cookies, all the McChickens, all the Oreo McFlurries, everything under the sun, all of it, all the time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, did not care. I ate all of it. And the thing is, I still do eat all of it, but I fuel my body first with the nutritious foods that I love to eat because they give me energy and they actually make me feel good, as opposed to all of the junk food that I just mentioned that makes me feel like crap after I eat it and makes me feel like I want to take a nap. So I'm not saying that I completely cut any of these foods out, and I'm not saying that you can never eat them again. I'm just saying how I transitioned into making healthier choices and being able to stick to it. It's my lifestyle now. This is how I eat and everything like that. So I'm gonna give you my story. So it all basically started one day when I went to the doctor's office. I was like 13 or 14 years old, and it was just a usual normal checkup. I didn't expect anything of it. I kind of just went in there, did the regular doctor checkup thing, and then the doctor came back to me with my blood test results. And why does this sound like some sort of like dramatic life story? He came to me with my blood test results, and he told me that I had high cholesterol, and I was so confused. I was like, what is that? And so basically he explained it to me, and he explained how like I can have health diseases and heart problems like down the road. And I was only 13 or 14 there, and that scared me because I had seen those exact problems that he was talking about in my family, and I was worried because I was like, oh, okay, like I don't know, like maybe I can prevent this possibly. So I just didn't want to go down that road. I really did want to take it serious. I was like, crap, like what I put into my body matters. That's like when the seed was planted, and I was thinking about it like, okay, I should probably like start eating healthier and stuff like that. So I mean, mind you, after I left the doctor's office, I'm pretty sure I went to Wendy's and got like 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers and like had some fries and stuff and didn't care. But after that, it started happening, you know? So let me just tell you that anything green, any vegetable besides corn or potatoes, fried potatoes, I hated. I did not like any of them. I never ate vegetables. I hated them. I hated the way they smelled. I didn't like the way that they tasted. So I never ate them. But I figured, you know, when you're starting out trying to live a healthy lifestyle, you're like, okay, what's healthy? You know vegetables are healthy, and you know exercise is healthy. So I combined the two, and I kind of just did my own thing and did what I thought was most healthy at the time. So I mean, I'm not saying that I had a wrong approach. I'm not saying that this was the only approach. I'm just saying this is what I did because this is what worked in my brain. Since I didn't like vegetables, I kind of wanted to introduce them into my diet and like actually start eating them. But I had to figure out a way to do that because I didn't like them. So one day I was looking through the freezer and I found this frozen pack of vegetables, and it came with like this cheese sauce that you could pour all over the vegetables, and I was like, don't mind if I do, I love me some cheese. So I tried it out and I actually liked it. It was pretty good. The cheese sauce pretty much masked any flavor of any vegetable, so I was like, this is great, I love this, I'm eating healthy. So obviously the cheese sauce probably wasn't the healthiest thing, but it still got me to where I am today. It's a baby step. And then I began eating more and more. Like I would have that every day, and I would have like a piece of chicken with it and just eat it as a meal. And I was like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm feeling healthy. And then also at the same time, I began doing at-home workout videos on YouTube. I would just search up like a workout. I found Fitness Blender, I found Blogilates, I found Tone It Up, and I did all of their, not all of them because they have a lot of videos, but I did a lot of their videos, and that's what my workout routine was made up of. And then eventually I began going on runs, and that's just how I stayed active. So that was going on while I was trying to learn how to eat healthy. So it's funny because there would actually be times where I would forget that I was trying to eat healthy, and I would see a donut and I'll just, you know, eat it mindlessly. And then after I eat the donut, I'm like, wait a minute, like I was supposed to be eating healthy. So trust me, you don't have to be perfect, and it's not all or nothing when it comes to like learning how to eat healthy and practicing healthier habits. It's just a matter of taking small steps so that you can eventually get to the top one day. So yeah, I was trying my best, and then after a while the vegetables, like I wanted to make them healthier, so I started eating them without the cheese sauce, but I like put a lot of seasoning on them, make it taste a little better. So then I started eating that and I liked it, and eventually I like put less seasoning on it, and now I can pretty much eat vegetables like steamed, no seasoning, and it still tastes good to me. Obviously that's not what I eat every single meal because I like flavor but I like vegetables now, and I kind of just work my way up to it. So I just wanted to say that part first because I know a lot of people might not like vegetables, and I'm not saying that you have to force yourself to eat them if you absolutely hate them, but if it's gonna help you in the future, it might help to like train your taste buds to enjoy them, which is what I did, and it really does help me now because I don't have to struggle to like get my greens in and stuff like that. So that's huge. But if you hate them, take your vitamins, drink your green smoothies, and try to mask any green that you might not like. But it is really helpful to like vegetables. I'll just tell you this. In the beginning, I ate anything that I thought was healthy, so I made swaps. Instead of having white pasta, I had whole wheat pasta, great option. Instead of eating white bread, I had whole wheat bread, great option. Instead of having white rice, I ate brown rice, great option. And like I said in the beginning, I'm not saying that you have to completely give these foods up. I'm just saying find healthier choices. 80% of the time eat those, and then 20% of the time enjoy your life and eat whatever you're craving. Just be mindful, try not to go overboard, and don't overstuff yourself because that doesn't feel good. I pretty much just intuitively ate. I didn't care about how many carbs, proteins, or fat I ate. I kind of just ate whatever I thought was healthy, and I ended up losing a lot of weight. Like I got really thin and I wasn't doing it in an unhealthy way. It's just that my body was so used to eating so much junk food and not exercising at all that when I made these simple, healthier changes, my body reacted really quickly and I lost weight and I became really thin. But then I started watching more YouTube, and I found people who were vegan and people who were vegetarian. So I tried vegetarian for like a year, and then I tried vegan for like 5 months. And I have to say, the reason that I learned how to cook healthy was because I went through the vegetarian and vegan stage. I'm not saying that's what you have to do. This is just my story, okay? Since I was eating no meat, and then when I was vegan, I was eating eggs, dairy, anything like that, I had to learn how to eat food. So I watched so many recipe videos on YouTube. I watched so many what I eat in a day from people that I liked, and it helped a ton. I also kind of just got into the kitchen, started cooking things up, putting things that I think would taste good together, and if they didn't, then it was a lesson, and I learned, okay, don't put this and this together. And if it worked out, then I was like, all right, great, this is a new meal that I can make for myself. So I experimented a lot in the kitchen, a lot, and I cooked all the time. I made my own food. That's how I learned how to cook. My mom, of course, taught me some of the basics, but like everything that I know how to make today, besides some easy basics, I learned on my own with the help of YouTube, with the help of just trial and error. And so yeah, like if you don't know how to cook, just get in the kitchen, watch some YouTube videos, get some practice. Oh, another thing, I watched so much Food Network. Food Network was my life. I got so many tips, so many tricks, and just things that I can apply, and I did apply it to when I was cooking in the kitchen. So I learned how to cook healthy foods, and then after a while, when I transitioned out of being vegan just for own personal reasons, I learned how to cook just different protein sources. And so that's how I learned how to eat healthy. Now, how did I practice not eating a whole bunch of junk food? And I'll tell you, I didn't. Throughout this entire time when I was making healthier choices and living a healthier lifestyle, I still ate junk food, and I have no regrets. And I'm gonna tell you how that works and like how I was still healthy, how I was still fit. And the thing is, when I began eating healthy, I started to realize that I felt so amazing and I started to feel so good, and especially after workouts I had these endorphins and I felt amazing. So and the fact that I was eating healthy most of the time, it just allowed me to like taste good food that's like actually whole foods, not processed, filled with artificial sweeteners and stuff like that. And it was like a game changer, because whenever I would have like the really greasy pizza, it didn't settle well with me. Like it wasn't as satisfying, and like when I ate it, sometimes I would get bloated, or like I would feel so low energy and I would break out, and it did not feel good. And it's crazy because the entire time before any of this health and fitness journey, I would eat like crap all the time, and I felt like crap all the time, but I didn't realize that I felt like crap because I didn't know what it felt like to feel good. So feeling good is a huge part of what makes you stick to healthier habits and eating healthy and exercising regularly. Because let's say you have two options. You're living in a tent and you have no problem, like you're used to the lifestyle, everything is okay. And then you live in a house with AC, like plumbing, water, all the amenities, and you're like, wow, this is a big step up. Like, this is really great, everything is super accessible, like I don't have to worry about going somewhere to get water, you know, etc, etc. And then you have to move back to the tent. You're gonna be like, wow, like this feels way worse than it did when I was first here. And it's because you know what the house feels like. So basically what I'm trying to say with that weird analogy is that once you realize how amazing you're gonna feel when you start eating healthy and like exercising, you're gonna realize how crappy it feels to not do that. So when you feel good, you wanna continue feeling good, and you're gonna continue doing what makes you feel good. So that's why I was so able to stick to the healthy eating, the exercising, because I just felt so good, and I hadn't felt like that in so long. Like my mood literally like shifted, like it was amazing, and I didn't want to go back to that. Of course I liked having junk food because it tasted good and it satisfied some cravings that I would have, but I didn't have to eat it all the time because I know it didn't make me feel good, and I had other awesome healthy food to have. Well, that's basically how I got from point A to point B. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect now. I'm saying that like I've reached a place where eating healthy is second nature to me, and I don't have to really think about it that much. But it wasn't always like that, and it was a journey. It took me like 5-ish years to get to where I am today, and it was a lot of trial and error. You don't have to take that long to like get from point A to point B. But since I pretty much, you know, did all my own research, I didn't have a coach to help me or anything, it took a little bit longer, but I still made it. If you're trying to get out of your unhealthy habits and start feeling good and eating healthy, then, you know, take it day by day, step by step. Even if you take baby steps, there's still steps. Don't be too hard on yourself, and just focus on feeling good. Obviously, looking good is a huge part of why people get into eating healthier and exercising. But really, when people try to focus on feeling good only, they tend to do like crazy diets and lose a bunch of weight super quickly, but then you end up gaining it back and you still don't know how to eat healthy after that. So it's just a big mess. Focus on feeling good, eating your whole grains, your healthy proteins, your healthy fats, your fruits and your veggies. The 80-20 rule that I practice, it's just eating healthy most of the time, and then like 20% of the time, least of the time, you eat whatever the heck you want, because it's your life. You only have one life, and one brownie, one cookie, one scoop of ice cream extra won't hurt you in the long run. So yeah, it's all about feeling good, not about looking good. Trust me, you're gonna see the results you want anyway if you just focus on feeling good. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Don't forget to hit subscribe on your way out if you're not already subscribed, and like the video if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love.